Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to discuss about a newly released feature into SharePoint Lists and Libraries, that is Quick Steps. So if you have ever customized your list to have custom action in the command bar, then you must have used a JSON to write the actions, set values and execute or automate. But with this alternate of Quick Steps, any end user, business user can directly create those custom commands into their list without any knowledge of coding or any knowledge of JSON. So this new feature is called SharePoint Quick Steps, and this is essentially a structured UI driven abstraction over many JSON command actions which we used to have earlier. So we can find the quick steps from our this integrate button. So if I open this, then I can see this quick step is there, and we have this two categories of creating quick steps, that is for selected items. So whenever I do any selection, I wish to have some custom action or custom button to appear, then I can have this first category of my quick steps gets created, that is for selected items. So I can do this, draft an email. When I select this one, you can just name your quick step, then write an additional recipient for your this email, then subject, and include the items link in the message body. So you can send the email by just selecting this, by creating this quick step. And then we have multiple others, that is start a Teams chat. It will open the Teams chat for this selected item, and you can very well include the item link. And we have this multiple other options, that is display conditionally. So if based on some value you or column value you wish to like enable this, then you can very well do that. So always show this quick step, or show this quick step when we have this dynamic value. Let's say in our case it's status. If status is, let's say, completed is one of value of this completed, then I wish to just have this team chat appeared, this action should be appeared. And we have this set value, which is again one action that I can quickly build to set all columns value based on some condition. For example, all my blocked issues, I just want to just set the status as completed, so I can write that as mark completed status, and I can just choose the value, only show this quick step if the status value is blocked. So if my issue is blocked, I would just select all my this blocked issues, and in one go I will mark the status of this value, which I will select over here as to column value completed. So in one go I can mark all my blocked items or blocked issues in one go completed. And I have multiple other quick steps, that is executeFlow, that can be at the level of selected items, or that can be at the level of this list as well. So let's take a use case where I wish to just revoke the permission of my selected items. Then I would just select this executeFlow. I will name this flow, I will name this action as revoke permissions, and I will put a flow ID once I create a flow regarding that. And then in the header I will say revoke permission, and flow button text you can just simply say revoke, so it's a button text. And conditionally, so if I wish to revoke, if I wish to just revoke the access, like once the ticket is completed, so I can just say status is one of my this condition, then I wish to revoke the access. Let's say completed. For completed items I just need to revoke, so I can create it. So right now I need to provide a flow ID. So before that we have to quickly create one flow. So I will just go to my Power Automate Studio to make out a flow quickly. So I'll go to my flows, and I will start creating a instant cloud flow. I'll name this flow as revoke permissions, and as in trigger I will select the trigger as for selected item into SharePoint. So I'll create this one because I would be selecting multiple items, and in one go I will revoke the access of those items using this flow. We'll configure the connection, selecting my this issue tracker list, and in next step I will just simply use this action of stop sharing, so that I can stop sharing this item with any of the users. So I'll say stop sharing an item. Again, I will quickly configure the list and SharePoint site address using the ID from selected item, and we can simply publish this flow. So it's a very simple flow, revoking the permission. So if any business user need to revoke the permission on multiple items, and I wish to have this as a custom action into my SharePoint list, then I can quickly build out this flow and can use this flow once it's built out into the quick steps. So I'll go back, and over here the important part over here is like flow ID is actually, because your flow can be created in any of the environment. So flow ID would not be this ID which you see over here. So to get the flow ID, what you need to do is just go to export, get the flow identifier, just copy this full identifier because it will contain the environment details as well, and you can copy paste this flow identifier over here, and once it's done you can just create this quick step. So now I have this 2 quick step created for my this SharePoint list, and we will just try running them. So I'll close this, and first thing, like I wish to just select this printer not working, which is completed state, or maybe like I'll change the state to blocked one so that I can run my mark as completed action. So once I select this item, and if I go to integrate, I will see my these 2 of the actions or quick steps which we created, that mark as completed. So if value is marked as blocked, then only it will appear. If I select this item and if I go over there, you can see like I don't have that action button appearing up because we set the conditional status as if status column value is blocked, then only I would able to mark that as completed. So once I select this, so it will complete, it will change the status of that item to completed. And the same way, the other, which is executor workflow, which we have configured using this Power Automate and flow ID. So if I click on this item, then it will revoke the permission. So right now, if I go to manage access, I would see like other team members, including me, I have the permission to edit this item. But when I just select this item and go to this revoke permission, or select multiple item and go to revoke permission, then I would see that all my permissions are revoked. So it will open a panel on the right, and we will have one button that is the revoke button. So before that, like we have to sign in for the connector, and if I just say continue, and I have this revoke permission button which I can click, and it will remove the permission. So if I just again select my item, go to manage access, and this time if I wish to like see that this is not being shared with anyone. So this is how we can create the quick steps. And couple of things to be noteworthy over here is that if you go to this your quick steps, you will see that you can create 15 quick steps. And as we already saw that we can create the quick steps for selected item in the contextual item and for the current list. Both we can create, and cumulatively it has to be under 15 actions. And if you wish to like move your list or create your list using this list, then these actions would actually migrate along with your this list. So if you are moving your test list to your production environment, then you need not to worry that quick steps would be migrated or not. You have to recreate. No, you haven't. You need not to, because these are migrated along with your list. So the core intent of this video to make you aware about these quick steps, how do you can use it instead of like writing the complex JSON as a business user. Then you can just rely on few click buttons. Just you have full control of your conditions, your business rules, and you can create them very well. So that is it for today's video. Thank you.